What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Nerd Corner. I'm Lotus, the kid who never knows best. And in today's video, I'm finally bringing you guys that long-awaited, promised, much-anticipated 5,000 subscriber Q&A video. A lot of you guys sent in a lot of great questions that I'm looking forward to answering here in just a moment. But I just want to thank you all again so much for all the love and support. I'm doing this to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, but as I'm saying that, the channel is over 6,000. We're somewhere at like 6,200, 6,300, somewhere around there. And it's so crazy, But I don't want to spend another 10 minutes just thanking you guys. I think I've done that enough. Hopefully you guys get the point and realize how grateful I am. But yeah, we got a lot of questions, so we're gonna get right into this. So first question we got right off the bat is, how big your forehead? Not as big as my. Why is Sage Art so awesome? Who are you? What is your favorite Dragon Ball character in Dragon Ball Super? Well, anybody who knows me, y'all already know Future Trunks is my favorite character. Thankfully, we got to see him again in Super. That was the highlight of Super thus far for me. It's always been my favorite, probably always will be. There's no beating Future Trunks. That's the illest dude in all of Dragon Ball as far as I'm concerned. What is your opinion on sports manga such as Hajime no Ippo, Haikyuu, Kuroko, etc., etc.? I haven't seen too many different series from the sports genre, nor have I read too many. I've read Hikaru no Go, I've seen Kuroko's basketball, I've read a decent amount of Slam Dunk, I've seen a little bit of Haikyuu, and I like everything that I've read or watched, but I'm not, super experienced in that genre. Honestly, sports series might be one of my favorite genres so far, because everything that I've, consumed from that genre has been really, really good, really entertaining. So I think I definitely got to check out more sports. Why did you start photography, and when did you start? I started photography as a hobby just because I wanted to take cool pictures. It was really just that simple. I just wanted to take pictures that I thought looked good. It started out when I made an Instagram account, like however many years ago when Instagram first came out, when I was still in high school. I think I might have been like a sophomore. I think I was a sophomore or junior at the latest. But yeah, I just wanted to take cool pictures for Instagram, and then it became something that I was like, wait, taking pictures is kind of fun. Like I want to do this like more seriously. And then eventually I got like a point and shoot camera, like some Fujifilm, whatever. And it served its purpose for a while. But even that, like I outgrew it very quickly, and I realized that I wanted a DSLR. Like I wanted to take photography like more seriously. So I sold off some sneakers that I had at the time and got up the money to buy like my first camera, which was a Nikon D3100, or my first DSLR. And then even that I outgrew within like maybe less than a year, and I got what I have now, which is my Nikon D7000, which I'm desperate for an upgrade right about now. In 2 years, where do you want your channel to be, and what do you hope to be uploading content-wise? I think I'm gonna have about 4, 5, 6 million subscribers, a couple BMWs, I'm gonna be pushing big whip and ride around the city, getting at how I live, you know what I'm saying? About 3, 4, 5 diamond necklaces, something like that. So it's like nothing too fancy, but just about 3, 4, 5, not too extravagant, but just enough to flex on them one time for the one time. I'm probably having like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cameras, nothing too crazy, just a few, just so I got some, in every room of my 7-bedroom house that I'm gonna probably have. But nah, in all seriousness, I really don't look that far ahead into the future. I kind of do things day by day. I don't know if I'll be here 2 days from now, let alone 2 years from now. And although I have things that I want to do, and I do plan to be successful, and I do see the channel continuing to grow, and probably being well over 100,000 subscribers by the time that I'm out here for another 2 years, because that's the plan. There's just really no telling what the future may hold. Like I said, I might not be here tomorrow, let alone next year or in 2 years from now. So I'm gonna just keep going with the flow as I always do, and we're just gonna see where this takes us. What's an average day in the life of Lotus like? Very boring and uneventful. I don't really get out of the house much. I don't have too many people who I hang out with in real life. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, so I'm not a very exciting guy outside of YouTube. Like, I might seem like I'm cool, like I'm interesting, I don't know. I think I'm pretty lame. But I don't really do much. I mean, I watch anime, of course, I read manga, I play video games, I make YouTube videos, I mess around in Photoshop for fun. I love photography, that's one of my biggest passions, one of my biggest hobbies. There's a lot of photos that I take and I never post. There's a lot of videos that I create, I never upload. There's a lot of stuff I do in Photoshop just for the hell of it, just for, shits and giggles. But outside of that, like I said, I don't really leave the crib. I hardly leave my room, let alone the house, but when I do, I usually do stuff like I'll go to the bookstore and hang out in the manga section, or I'll go walk around the city uptown and I'll just take photos for fun. Maybe sometimes with some homies, maybe sometimes by myself. Like I said, I don't have like a huge group of friends. Like I'm very selective about who I hang out with. I don't know if it's just people in general, people nowadays, or people in my area, but a lot of people that I know, people my age, it seems like everyone, all they like to do is drink and smoke, which I don't. If you do, power to you. I really don't care. That's just not my thing. It's like if I hang out with some people, that's usually what it turns into. Like everybody wants to smoke, everybody wants to go link up and party and all this and that. And that's just, it's not my lane, that's not my style, it's not how I get down. So I'm usually by myself at the end of the day. But yeah, that's really what it's like being Lotus. It's not super interesting. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Thoughts on Fooly Cooley Season 2. Many believe the masterpiece it already was might be ruined with another season. What's your take on it? I, for one, am hyped because Fooly Cooley is one of the greats or the GOAT. Boy, listen here, man. If you're subscribed to the Nerd Corner, if you know who Lotus Asakura, the kid who never knows best is, the kid who always reminds you that nothing can happen until you swing the bat, if you know who I am, you already know how I'm feeling. Listen, man. Fooly Cooley, for those who don't know, is my favorite anime of all time. I don't know how you know who I am and don't know that. That's like the number one thing that anybody who knows me knows about me, is that I'm obsessed with Fooly Cooley. I love it. With that said, it goes without saying that I'm extremely excited for this new season. I understand the cosplay concern. I understand why some people are like, I don't know, this could ruin the great that I know and love. I don't have those worries. I did at first when it first got announced. I was like more excited more than anything. But at this point, I have no. I mean, the pillows are back. It's being done by Production IG, who I have the utmost faith in. I'm very confident that seasons 2 and 3 are going to be absolutely incredible. I don't think that they're going to ruin the season 1 at all. And even if they're not up to snuff, like if they don't stand up to the first season, that doesn't take away anything from that first season. Those 6 episodes are still the greatest 6 episodes of any anime that I've ever watched, in my opinion. Bear that in mind. I know not everyone loves the series as much as I do, but yeah, man, even if seasons 2 and 3 somehow were atrocious, it wouldn't make me love season 1 any less. I still always have that in my heart. Matter of fact, y'all see the Blu-ray sitting back there in the back. Y'all see the YouTube banner. Y'all see my Twitter header. You already know what it is. I don't think I have to say anymore. Fooly Cooley season 2 and 3, my most anticipated anime for 2018. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready, boy. Do you have a few good recommendations for someone who has seen a lot of anime? Honestly, I've seen my fair share of anime. Like, I've seen probably somewhere around 100 series or so. I have my anime list, by the way, in the description down below, where you guys can go and check out. That's probably your best bet, because honestly, a lot of you out there, maybe even the majority of you out there, have seen more anime than I have. Because I haven't seen hundreds of series, and most of the stuff that I've seen is the popular mainstream stuff that everyone has seen. You know, Death Note, Code Geass, Naruto, Dragon Ball. I mean, Rurouni Kenshin, Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist, like all that stuff. Like all the stuff that I've seen, a majority of you have probably already seen most, if not all of it. But in the event that you haven't, your best bet is probably to check out my anime list in the description down below, and then go view my anime list, see what I have seen, because they're all scored, and they're all scored based on how much I enjoyed the series. Not necessarily how good it is, but how much I personally liked it. So if I had an amazing time with it, I thought it was hilarious, or I just really, really enjoyed watching it, it gets a 10. If I thought it was trash, well, it gets like a 4, 3, 2, or 1. I don't think I've given anything a 1 yet. But yeah, you can just go through that list, get an idea of what I personally like, and if you see something that I've scored, check it out if you haven't seen it. And that's the best thing, it's the best advice I could probably give on that. Will you ever live stream a few games? Best and worst anime, worst injury moment in life. Will I ever live stream? Eventually in the future, I'd really like to. I just don't think I have the proper equipment to do that the way I would like to. I will live stream someday, but I want better equipment before I ever do that, like a good computer, a capture card, and you know, I want the whole deal, the whole spiel, the whole setup before I really dive into the world of live streaming, because it is something I want to do. I'm just not ready or prepared for that yet. As far as what I think is the best and the worst anime, well, you already know what the best anime is. That's obviously I feel seal. Nothing beats Fooly Cooley. But when it comes to the worst anime that I have ever seen, Steins Gate. And that's all I'm gonna say on that matter. Worst injury or worst moment of my life. Worst injury I've ever had in my life. I was in the 8th grade in middle school, right? Like, I literally have maybe 10 to 15 minutes before the bell rings and school's out, right? And I get to hop on the bus and go home. I'm in history class, or one of my social studies classes, and there's this poster on the wall on the other side of the classroom that, like, I guess it fell just because the tape or whatever, just, you know, it was old, and so the poster fell off the wall. I'm like, oh no, I'm a good student, I'm a good boy, I'll go fix it. So I run over to the other side of the classroom, and I go to hop up on top of the counter so I can go fix the poster, and there's like a sheet of paper on the floor. So I slipped and I hit my leg on the way up, and it wasn't really a big deal. I mean, a couple people saw me slip and they laughed, and I laughed too, because it was like, whatever. It didn't really hurt, honestly. It just was like, it didn't hurt any worse if I was to like hit my hand on my dresser drawer over here. Like, I didn't feel much pain at all. So I fixed the poster, you know, good boy. I turn around, I look down before I proceed to jump off the counter, and there's blood everywhere. And it took me a second to process what happened. And then I glance over at my leg that I had hit on my way up on the counter, and it's sliced open all the way to the bone. Because like the counter had like sharp edges, you know, not like dangerously sharp, but sharp. It just was, you know, like a wooden counter or whatever, and it just was cut in like a square shape. And it just was a freak accident, and it sliced my leg open all the way to the bone. I could see like all my flesh or whatever. And I don't want to get too gruesome with y'all, But yeah, I just had blood just everywhere, splattered everywhere, just running down my leg. My socks were drenched. Well, my sock was drenched in it. I had a pair of all white shoes on, my Chad Muska Sky Tops, all white canvas shoes. It just splattered all. It looked kind of cool, but it was kind of disgusting. It just splattered blood all over them. And it was a crazy day. It was a really crazy day. But yeah, that's the craziest injury that I've ever had. And that was the first time I've had stitches or anything like that. I've never broken a bone. I've never gotten seriously hurt other than that. The worst I've ever had is like a twisted or rolled ankle or just like a scrape. Actually, I've gotten hit by a car once, but miraculously I came away with nothing more than like a scraped elbow, which was no worse than that if I like fell just off a skateboard or something. But that's a story for another day. How'd you meet Rhymestyle? I just met him through Twitter, YouTube. Like I watch his videos regularly, and I still do. Like I watch all his videos, and I would just leave comments all the time because I just like the content. And eventually he just recognized me as someone who was like a recurring person in his comment section. And then whenever I started interacting with him on Twitter, eventually got to the point where I managed to play Xenoverse with him. And it really all started with the Conton City Gauntlet, the very first one he did for Xenoverse 2. I won that gauntlet, as some of you may know. And he was like, oh, look, Lotus is pretty dope. Lotus is pretty cool. Hey, we should play sometime. And it just kind of spawned from there. And we just started talking, interacting more. We started playing Xenoverse together. And then lo and behold, we just became good friends. And he's a scumbag, but he's a scumbag with a heart of gold. He's a great person and a horrible person at the same time. I hate him, but you gotta love the guy. So that's pretty much the gist of how I met Rhyme. That's the Cliff Notes version. Have you ever rage quit in any game? Maybe when I was younger. My mentality on rage quitting, it's really stupid, it's really immature, and you gotta be childish to do it, because like it's just a video game. Like it's not that deep. There's nothing on the line. Like it's all virtual. So like my mentality is, you know, just take the L. You'll catch another W later on, because like no matter how badly somebody beats you, odds are you're probably gonna beat somebody else who's lesser skilled than you. At least that's how I am, because I know that if I get beat, there's probably gonna be 5 more guys after the guy who beat me that I'm gonna curb stomp just to take out my frustration on. So like, I mean, there's really no point in rage quitting to me, so I don't do it. I haven't done it in years, if I've ever done it at all, because I just think it's stupid. Like it's whack. So, how do you rate One Piece from a scale of 1 to 10? I give One Piece about 5, which is not bad. It's just like average. Like there's nothing special to me about One Piece. I don't enjoy it. I think it's really average for what I've read. I read only like the first 100 chapters. I know everyone's like, oh no, you haven't read enough. It gets so good after chapter 10,000, but I can't be asked to read, you know, 500 chapters for something to get good, or watch 300, 400, 500 episodes of an anime for it to get good. When you got a series like, I always refer back to Death Note. It's always one I remember. Death Note's 12 volumes, and it's one of the greatest series I've ever read. So like, there's no excuse for me to read 12 volumes of something, and it's like, oh no, it gets better after you read another 12 volumes. So yeah, I don't mess with One Piece. Can you do vlogs and cooking with Lotus? When it comes to vlogs, I would love to do vlogs, but the problem with that is I'm not very interesting. Like I already said, I don't really do anything that's vlog worthy. When it comes to cooking with Lotus, matter of fact, boy, hold up, y'all not even ready to be in the boy with the kitchen water whipping with the chicken with the wrist, boy, y'all not. We might, just, cause I do like to cook, cause I love to eat. I'm a greedy dude. I have really high metabolism, so I'm constantly eating. And I can cook, so maybe we just might get some cooking with Lotus videos someday. Maybe in the near future, that might be something that I do actually do. Matter of fact, y'all wanna see cooking with Lotus? Cause I'll do cooking with Lotus. Let me know in the comments down below. Cause we can have some fun with that. We can have some fun with that for real. They call me Yukihira Somo, boy. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. But yeah, give me some feedback on that one actually. Who's your favorite rapper? Easily Childish Gambino. To me, that is hands down like the most talented dude on this planet. He's funny, he's a great comedian, he's a great writer, he's a great actor, he's a great rapper. His production is crazy. I'm a huge Donald Glover stan, so Childish Gambino is easily my favorite rapper. What's your favorite car? I don't really have a favorite car, mostly just because I'm not super knowledgeable on cars. Everything that I know about cars has come from racing games like Need for Speed and Burnout and the Fast and Furious movies. So I like Evos, Skylines and stuff. I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I mean, I love the Lotus car actually. One of my dream cars would actually be a Tesla, because I think that like it's a really dope car that's like, you know, kind of flashy, kind of fancy, but nothing too extravagant. It's like not douchey, but it's like it lets people know that you got money. So that's like one of my dream cars is a Tesla. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite car per se, but I like what I've seen in movies and video games, so that's about it. Who's your favorite Marvel/DC hero? All right, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, but don't tell anybody. Okay. I don't know the difference between Marvel and DC. Let me explain. I don't read comics. I read manga. That's it. If it ain't Japanese, I don't know about it. Call me whatever you want. Weeaboo, otaku, I don't care. I've never read a single American comic book. I haven't even seen most of like the Marvel or DC movies. I don't even know which one Spider-Man belongs to. I don't know which one Batman belongs to. I don't know which one Superman belongs to. It's just not my thing. That's just not what I'm into. I mean, I play Injustice 2. That's about the extent of my superhero knowledge, to be honest with you. I've seen some Spider-Man movies. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 Batman movies. I know a little bit about the X-Men. I don't know which universes they all correspond to. Which do you like better, tacos or empanadas? Tacos. I actually don't like empanadas at all, so it's gotta be tacos. Can't go wrong with a nice steak or chicken salt taco. Who's your favorite football team, if you even watch football? Actually, I got this right here. I know it doesn't make sense that this is on basketball, but we'll talk about that another day. I was a Bears fan when I would still watch football. I don't keep up with it anymore, so you can say whatever you want about the Bears. I really don't care because I haven't watched football in years. I just don't care anymore. But when I watched football, I was a Bears fan. Go ahead and make jokes about it. I understand why you don't like football now if you were a Bears fan. Whatever, man. Get out of here. Who's your favorite anime character of all time? I don't think I really have one. I don't think I have one that I can definitively say is my favorite, but I can give you a handful of some who I really like that are definitely up there. Hamura Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin, Lelouch from Code Geass, Yo and Hao from Shaman King, L from Death Note, Kurama of course from Yu Yu Hakusho, Itachi Uchiha easily from Naruto, Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, those are some of my favorite like anime characters, like period. And I don't think I can easily say, you know, which one of them is like my #1 favorite, but those are all characters that I really like a lot. So yeah, my #1 is somewhere amongst that handful. How do you feel about the lobbies in Xenoverse 2? What is your favorite movie of all time? Bam! The Garden of Words. Amazing movie, beautiful art and animation, incredible soundtrack. Just this is just the epitome about beautiful. Like if I could describe this movie in one word, it's just beautiful. The storyline, the look of it, the sound of it, the feel of it. Ah, man, it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. And this is still my favorite movie of all time. Go check it out if you haven't before. Highly recommend it. Do you think Steph Curry deserves how much he's getting paid? To be honest with you, I don't think anybody deserves that kind of money, but I mean, I guess if you're in the NBA and that's what people are making, I think if anyone in the NBA deserves it, I guess it would be him. Hey, whatever, man. I wish it was me. Have you ever cried while watching an anime or reading a manga? No, I have not. No anime, no movie, nothing, no form of media has ever made me cry. I've never cried from listening to a song or watching a TV show or a movie or an anime or reading a book or reading a manga. Like none of that. I've never cried from any of that. Actually, I don't even remember the last time I cried. I didn't even cry when I sliced my leg open. Who is your favorite rapper that you think is underrated? Are there any cons you want to go to? And I'm kind of interested in photography, so if you got any tips, wise one. So shout out to Spook, shout out to Van Koon, Van Marl, whatever she's going by nowadays. But favorite rapper I think is underrated is Vic Mensa. I think Vic Mensa is one of the best rappers out right now, point blank period. I think he's a very talented artist. I don't think he gets nearly the credit or the love he deserves. As far as any cons I want to go to, I've never been to a con. And so I would love to go to like Comic-Con or Anime Expo or Anime North in Canada. I've never been to any of these and I would love to go someday. I just can't afford to travel to any of them. But yeah, there's plenty of cons I'd love to go to, but I've never been, so. As far as photography and do I have any tips, bring your camera with you everywhere, never stop shooting, don't give up, and look up tutorials on YouTube. YouTube's a great place to learn. Like, YouTube is the greatest teacher I've ever met. It's the greatest teacher I've ever had, so. If you could be any of your custom created Xenoverse 2 characters, who would you be and why? I don't know where you've been, my guy, but I'm already a custom created Xenoverse 2 character. What you mean? You haven't seen Lotus the Mill Sand? Nigga, that's me! That's me all day. What you mean? Where you been? Thoughts on One Piece as a series? Who's your favorite character and or Devil Fruit power? Also, can we be friends? Probably not, because you're a One Piece fan. Nah, I'm playing, but I'm not into One Piece. I think I already made that clear earlier in the video, but yeah, I don't mess with the series. I don't want to talk about it too much. Do you think your subscriber level will be over 9,000, and how do you think you can get there? We're gonna hit 9K very soon. I have no doubt about that, so I ain't got no worries when it comes to that. We definitely hitting that milestone in the very near future. Dominate or Azareth? Which would you smash? Well, seeing as how I'm already in the game as Lotus the Mill Sand, Nominate might as well go ahead and be my little girlfriend. You know, we both saying she's the queen, I'm the king. It's already it is how it is. Do you watch any tokusatsu such as Kamen Rider, Super Sentai? And if not, would you try it out and see what you think about it? I've seen Power Rangers, if that counts, and that's really about it. I don't know what Kamen Rider is. I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I've seen some really cool figures, but I've never checked it out. As far as would I mean, I guess I'd give it a shot. I don't know if it really be my thing, but I'm not opposed to it. So if anybody wants to, you know, point me in a direction of where I can check out some stuff like that, I'll give it a shot, because I'll try anything once. Almost anything once. Why is Hiro Mashima the greatest mangaka of all time? That's why. Is asking you anything actually useful? I can't do the voice, I'll leave that to Dion. As far as whether or not asking me is anything actually useful, the answer is, what are your favorite music artists? Now here's a question I could really get into. Alright, so Some people that I love listening to, I like Travis Scott, I like Jaden Smith, Say What You Will, I like Childish Gambino, Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Vic Mensa, Chance the Rapper, Tory Moore, Tame Impala. I like rock music, I like a lot of punk rock, I like Title Fight and Green Day and Sunny Day Real Estate because I'm an emo, edgy edgelord. I listen to some Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, and because who doesn't, if you remember those AMVs from back in the day. Linkin Park, of course. I mean, there's so much music out there in the world, bro, so much. And then you got, you know, like J-pop and K-pop and all these Japanese rock bands like Link Tosite Segure and TK and Asian Kung Fu Generation and G-Dragon and like obviously I grew up listening to like hip-hop. I know more about hip-hop and rap than I do about anything else, and I could talk all day about, you know, everything from the 80s up till now. But there's so much music out there in the world that I love. I like rock, I like hip-hop, I like R&B, soul, jazz, funk, reggae, J-pop, K-pop, I think I said that already, lo-fi, chill wave. Honestly, I like pretty much every genre of music that I've heard that's out there, except for like, I'm not big on gospel music. There's some that I've heard that I'm not very religious, so gospel music is not really my thing, and I don't like country. Other than that, I pretty much listen to anything and everything that I can get my ears on, because I just love music. Can you answer this question? Will you do Xenoverse 2 mod videos? Probably not, because I can't do mods because I don't have a computer that could possibly run Xenoverse 2 or mods or anything like that. And if I ever do, you know, acquire a computer that could do that, it'd probably be long after the lifespan of Xenoverse 2, so it'd probably be a dead game by then. So yeah, I wouldn't count on Xenoverse 2 mods for me, like, ever. I mean, I'd like to do it if I could, but I can't, so oh well. What's poppin'? Yes, that's my question. Ain't no thing but you ain't doing nothing but being back being bull. How about you? Alright, now we got some questions from the homie Jordan, my boy kid named Jack. Link to his channel is in the description down below. Cool homie, been rocking with me since damn near day one, and I've been on his channel. I think I was actually his #1, his first subscriber. So yeah, that's the homie right there. We got some questions from him. The first one is least favorite Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball character. Alright, so least favorite Naruto character, Danzo. Easily hated him. Hated Danzo. Scum, absolute scum. Least favorite Bleach character. Now, when it comes to Bleach, I haven't read enough of it. I don't think they even have a least favorite character, because I've only read the Soul Society arc, and I like maybe 3 volumes into the Arrancar arc, and I like what I read of Bleach, but I don't think I have a least favorite character. Maybe, nah, I don't really have one, because I guess I don't know enough characters. I mean, I read a whole arc, so I met a lot of characters, but I didn't really dislike any of them like that. So I don't think I have a least favorite Bleach character, honestly. When it comes to Dragon Ball though, my least favorite Dragon Ball character is probably Hercule. I know he's supposed to be funny, he's supposed to be stupid on this and this and that. Look, I get it. He does what he's intended to do. Doesn't mean I gotta like him. I think he's a stupid character. I don't find him funny at all. I'm not a fan of Hercule. I've hated Hercule since I was a kid, and I still do. I still think he's a really, really stupid character, and I've just never been a fan. I've just never been a fan of Hercule. If you could choose another username besides Lotus, what would it possibly be? I don't really know what else, because I've been going by the name Lotus for years. Like, this isn't, like, Lotus isn't a name that I chose when I started YouTube. Like, I've been going by the name Lotus both online and in person for years now. So I don't even know what else I would even change my name to be. Like, if it was something else, because it's just what I've like. This is almost like my government name at this point to me. So I don't really even know what else I would swap it out for, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a really dope question. I wish I had an answer for it, but I really can't think of anything else, because like the name Lotus just like suits so perfectly for me. Like, it's worked since day one, so I don't even know what else I would call myself if it wasn't that, because that's just who I am now. So I don't know. But if I think of an answer ever, I'll get back to you on Twitter on that one. Actually, if I ever come up with something, I'll let you know, because I'm gonna be thinking about that one now. And last question my homie asks is, why you always trying to get at my girl Blizzard, knowing I swooped ages ago? And the answer to that is, boy, she not worried about you anymore. You think you got her under your wing, but she on my leash, boy. You don't even know what it is. She playing you for the fool. You the side hoe, guy. You the side hoe. Get it through your head, my guy. Oh my God, listen. I'm trying to let you know. Miss Blizzard, she not even my main piece. She a side piece. You a side piece to a side piece. How you feel? You not even a combo meal. Oh my God, boy. You bugging. You bugging. What is your favorite Jordan? Now, by favorite Jordan, I think you mean like my favorite pair of like Air Jordans, as in sneakers.